Such an incredible, supportive person throughout this whole process. Eddie and I met with her from in the beginning when this was just a little spark of an idea, and she just ran with it. She knew it was a new idea and she wanted it to be done, and she helped us do it. And her undying support has been much appreciated. Kerry Walsh, she's going to be doing the keynote speech on volunteerism.
Thank you, Matt. Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome all of you to Carver Center. I see many faces, old, some new, but you're all wonderful friends, and I really appreciate your being here today. When Matt mentioned that he and Eddie came to me, they did, and they came a lot. And all of a sudden I went to finance, and I said, are they on our payroll? These two men have put in so much effort to today. I just have to congratulate them, and I hope all of you will join me in a round of applause. As you know, we have a unity theme in Portchester, and this was begun 20 years ago. Derek Vincent, who is on our staff here, and his brother began it, and please mark your calendars, it will be on August 12th this summer. But today, we're here to celebrate Portchester and all the wonderful people who live here, who make up our community. I've been asked to talk about volunteerism. Having been a volunteer in many capacities over the years, I was honored to talk about giving of yourself. So what is a volunteer? Webster's Dictionary says it is a person who performs or who offers to perform a service voluntarily without pay and solely for the generosity of spirit. Who are volunteers? Let's begin with our parents, who love their children unconditionally and devote their time to raising them. We have volunteer firefighters, volunteer board members, volunteers in hospitals and nonprofit organizations such as Carver Center. Everywhere you turn, you will find someone who has lent their help free of charge. The opportunities to volunteer in Portchester are endless. Look around here today at the organizations represented. They all help people find jobs, give health care services, provide for the most basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. All of these groups are staffed with volunteers. I am sure you remember hearing about the fire in Portchester earlier this year, which caused several families to be displaced from their homes. The community, led by Mayor Dennis Pilla, rallied around these families to ensure that they had housing, food, and clothing. Together, with Don Bosco, the Red Cross, and the staff at Carver Center, we helped 8 families overcome a very difficult day in their lives. The families came here to Carver Center. Red Cross set up cots for them to sleep on. We had our chef, who was a local Portchester young man, make dinner for them. And we were able to give them food supplies and clothing from our food pantry. This was a perfect example of people in Portchester coming together, volunteering their time to ensure that our community residents receive the assistance they need when it is most needed. Well, an unknown author wrote the following: "You have not lived until you have done something for someone who could never repay you." Being a volunteer gives your life meaning. By helping others, we become in touch with something more powerful than we could ever imagine. The next time you are presented with an opportunity to offer your time to a worthy cause, think about others, but always remember that you will be rewarded for your efforts also. We have a large group of volunteers at Carver Center, probably over 250 people, who donate over 400 hours a week of service every month. Our volunteers come in all sizes, from all walks of life, and have years of experience. They have one thing, though, in common. They are willing to help whenever or wherever they are needed. We have teachers, we have ballet instructors, We have somebody who teaches our children math and science skills, tennis, basketball. We even have Alan Houston coming in here, working with our young people on leadership skills. One of my favorite stories is we have a volunteer here who works in our food pantry and has been here for over 25 years. Many of you probably know her, Mary Bellatoni. Mary is here just like Anthony, who is like the postman. Rain, sleet, snow, whatever, they're here to help out Carver every day. And they open up. I mean, Anthony, who lives across the street, is always here to open the building for us. And Mary's always here when the food pantry needs her help. So recently, one of our teenagers who was working at the front desk was talking to Mary, and Mary said to her that she hadn't been to the doctor recently and, hadn't been picking up her prescriptions. So this newly adopted daughter of Mary's took it upon herself to start bugging her. And all of a sudden I found out that they were communicating through Facebook. Now this has been such a great relationship, and it's just amazing. Here Mary's well into her 80s, and Shawnee is a young, not even 20 yet. So there's rewards from all aspects of volunteering. All of us here today don't have to look far for examples of volunteers to inspire us to lead. Edward and Matt worked tirelessly to create this inspiring day, both as volunteers. Your efforts to recognize the importance of volunteering and unity in your community are commendable, and we thank you again. In closing, I hope everyone leaves here today understanding that they have an invaluable gift to share with another human being. The gift you share could make a difference for someone less fortunate than you are. Thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you again next year.